than just TV show. There's a lot of planning, scheming, activity that goes into the whole series, and there's a lot of things that you can learn from that. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 business that you can take away and apply to yourselves from Game of Thrones. Number 10, you're a dragon, so be a dragon. This is the advice that is given to Daenerys Targaryen, who has tried to negotiate and be nicey with her enemies, and it's all backfiring on her. So in business, you can find that if you've got certain skills or assets or talents, and if you try and stay away from them because you think it's the wrong thing to do, sometimes you can find yourself falling short. So don't forget who you are, don't forget what skills you do have, and don't forget to use them, because trying to be something else all the time probably will see you falling short, because the skills you have are what got you to where you are today. Number 9, the man who passes the sentence should swing the sword. This is advice from the Stark family, from Ned Stark down to his children. And the concept here is very simply, as the leader, as the head of a family, if he makes a decision and it's a tough decision, he's going to follow through on it and he's going to deliver it. In business, we see this a lot. We see the management team, the CEOs, talk about delivering or acting or behaving in a certain way, and then they don't follow through themselves. How do you expect your team to do that if you're not setting the right standards at the top? And it comes from things like the way you talk, approach, deal with people, turn up on time, dress, all these things come into that. Set the standard, give a standard, set the standard at the top and follow through on it. Number 8, I don't want to be a queen, I want to be the queen. It's something that Marjorie Tyrell says when asked what she'd like to achieve. And in business, if you want to go out there and do something, then think about being the best at it. Think about how you can become the go-to person in that field. Don't just become another Me Too. Don't just become another business that's delivering standard things. Become the best, aim for the best, and try and become the go-to person in your industry. Number 7, a very small man can cast a very large shadow. This is the advice that Varys gives to Tyrion when Tyrion is concerned that his stature, his size, may lead to him not being as effective a leader as he could be. If you think you're just a single company, if you think you're just one organisation, don't ever dismiss the effect that you can have and the strength that you can have to go out and deliver what you want to deliver. Number 6, there are no men like me, there's only me. Something Jaime Lannister says, and the business lesson that we've got to think about here is the fact that it's not just about being another plumber or builder or electrician, and we know that workmen often have a bad reputation. It's about saying, I'm going to be better than the rest. I'm not going to be like the other guys in my industry. I'm not going to judge myself by the standards other people set. I'm going to set my own standards. I'm going to buck the trend. I'm going to be better than the other industry leaders are in order to stand out in this crowded market. Number 5, power resides where people perceive it to reside. A statement that Varys makes when talking about where the real seat of power is in Westeros. In business, you can create that perception of what your business is about through powerful and strong branding. The branding will allow people to understand a bit about you from a distance, that allow people to understand or feel that your business is of a certain size or value, or your products are of a certain size or value or greatness. Just remember that giving that perception and delivering on that perception are two separate things. Number 4, lions don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. Something Tywin Lannister says at the start of the series. And in this situation, he's saying to his family, to his children, you are lions, so don't worry about what everyone else is saying. And in business, it becomes very easy to become sidetracked, distracted, or preoccupied with people who are A, giving you advice that you don't necessarily want or need, and B, trying to distract yourself. Stick to your plans, stick to your focus, stick to your game, and worry about the things which are going to impact you or that are important to you, and everything else, hear it, but don't worry about it. Number 3, winter is coming. Winter is coming is a statement made by so many different people throughout the series, but really it's a warning that comes from the Stark family, which says it may be summer now, but winter is coming. In business, you may be having good times, you may be having buoyant times, but bad times are never that far ahead. And what you've got to do is you've got to be prepared for them, you've got to be ready for them, you've got to see the warning signs early. That's another thing the Starks do. They're talking about things that are happening which say, oh, this hasn't happened in a while, it's coming, these are the signs. So get those early warning signs in place that you can see that bad times are coming. Be prepared for them. Don't think that you're only ever going to travel on a happy path. There can be difficult paths as well. Plan for them and be ready to walk them. Number 2, a Lannister always pays his debts. This is a statement that Tyrion Lannister made a lot at the start of the series, where he knew that he could walk about with nothing in his pockets, but because of his family name, because of his reputation for paying their debts, he'd be able to get by. He'd be able to get credit, he'd be able to get favours. In business, you can develop a reputation, and as long as you keep delivering on that reputation, that will carry you through a lot of things. But once you start having a reputation for being a bad payer, someone who's unreliable, then that reputation is hard to shift. And my number 1 business lesson from Game of Thrones comes from the very first series. In the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground. If you look at Cersei Lannister, the character has been through so much through this entire series. She's had deaths, she's had births, she's had all sorts of things happen to her, and yet she's been single-minded in her goal, in wanting to get through things. When she's tragedy, she looks at the options, she plans things meticulously, she doesn't tell everyone what she's doing, gets on with it, and she's got a clear idea of what she wants to achieve. Great business model, great role model for people in business who want to be focused and who want to deliver something. Here were my 10 lessons from Game of Thrones that you can apply to your business. Hope you enjoyed it. Bit of fun, I know, but definitely things there that you can have at and try and bring into your business. My name is Naim Arif. I'm a business transformation consultant and customer first enabler.